Good boy, Caesar. Good. Sit. Very good. No. Sit. Yes. Good. Good boy. Very good. All right. Free. Yes. Good. Good boy. All right. Sit. Yes. Very good. Very good. Okay. I need both hands. Let me turn this off for now. Good boy. Good. All right, sit. Yes, good. Good sit. Very good. Yes, good boy. Very good. Good. Free. Hi. So this is our week 4 update. So you saw how I let him out of the kennel. Usually that's how you should let him out of the kennel every single time. So it just helps you to apply his impulse control, his response to his sit command and all that. And then you saw how we made it here. Well, actually outside, he's a pretty good walker now as well. I'll do a little bit of video with him outside to demonstrate that. So whenever we're having our sessions, I do it on and off the leash. Whenever it's on the leash, it is because I want him to get accustomed to the language of the leash. So far, he's gotten accustomed to that, to the point where when I'm trying to put the leash on him, sit, yes, very good. Or take it off. He sits like a good boy, yes, very good. Good boy. So when I'm going to put it on as well, he sits like a good boy, very calm. Yes, good, very good. Good. All right, free. Yes, good. And then, yeah, when we're walking, you would usually realize that the leash is loose like this. I'm never pulling. Whenever there is tension because maybe he's moving too fast, I just yank the collar to correct him. So I'll quickly demonstrate the main thing that I focus on when it comes to leash language, apart from just walking him. Free. Yes. Sit. Yes, very good. And that's exactly what I'm talking about. So usually with a leash language, when you're outside, there are various levels of distractions outside. So outside is always like another level of trying to get your dog to be responsive. So in those levels of distraction, even if your dog listens to you when you ask your dog to sit, like he did in the kennel, like he did when I was putting the leash on him, like he just did over here, outside, the challenge would be the fact that he's encountering new things all the time. So there might be something that is so much of a distraction that you're saying the word, he's hearing it, but his brain is not connecting to you, so he is not responding. But you really do need him to sit in that moment. So you use the leash, you yank it upwards, you hold it, and you keep it there until he sits, right? And it's usually easier when you're using a prong collar. So I have a prong collar on him right now. You might want to get a prong collar as well. So now if I walk, come. Good, this way. Good boy. So notice how the leash is loose and I'm making sure not to pull. Come, this way. Yes. And I'm rather talking to him. Yes, good. Sit, lift, hold, and as soon as he sits, you release. So that's what I want to demonstrate. Free, good. Sit, hold it up. And then if he's delaying, sometimes you add a little bit of tension. And then when he starts to respond, you start to loosen. As soon as he sits, you release it. Yes. And you mark. Very good. And usually by the time he sits, you would have gotten his attention. If he sits and the distraction is so heavy that he gets up again immediately after you release it, you quickly do repeat. When he sits, you release immediately because you want to release and give him the opportunity to make the decision to stay. You don't want to get him to sit and you're still holding it there because you need him to sit. So you're afraid that if you let it go, he'll get up again. No, you want to give him the chance to get up. Release it as soon as he sits and see whether he'll get up again. And if he doesn't, you mark yes, and you know you have his attention back again. So I just wanted to demonstrate that before I quickly take him off the leash. Now, why I'm taking him off the leash is because whenever I'm practicing the recall with him, I want him to be distracted before I call him. So when he's not looking at me like right now, that's the time I want to call him. Caesar, yes, very good. And then I want to mark the moment he gives me a response. So you notice when I said his name, he immediately started to turn. And the moment he started to turn was when I marked. Yes, good. Caesar, yes, very good. So you notice when I said his name, he hesitated. I kept quiet, I waited. As soon as he got up to move, that was the moment I marked, right? I just want to quickly demonstrate that as well. That's how we've been practicing the recall, okay? So, Caesar, yes, very good. Immediately he makes the move is when to mark. So I usually do this off leash. And whenever I'm in the compound, I'm able to deal with him a little bit better now. At the beginning, he would be running off a lot. So I need to constantly keep him on the leash. But these days, I try to work with him off the leash as well, just to get him used to knowing that even when you're free, you know, just be around me, just listen, sit. Yes, very good. But of course, when he comes home, I recommend that you start with the leash all the time. You don't want to jump to off leash. Use the leash to practice most of these things, even the recall. Then after maybe a week of practice, you can go off the leash for the recall, but be on the leash for everything else. Then after about 2-3 weeks of practice, you can try to go off the leash and then practice with him only within your confined space. Whenever you're stepping outside, he must be on the leash, always. Okay. So I've demonstrated marking when I call him. Now, when I call him, I lure him and I want to demonstrate that. So I have the treats in my hand. When I call him to me and I want a face-to-face relationship, I just lure him. Caesar. So I show him the hand. Let the hand guide him to the front of me. When I stop him over there, whilst he's trying to get it, I'm still holding it. I take it away and I say, sit. Yes. And as soon as he sits, I give it to him. And when I take it away upwards, right? So I practice the same thing in the side as well. So when I want to break him free, I say free as I swing my hand to the side. Yes. And again, I mark the moment he gets up. So I'm going to repeat again. Caesar, come. So I show him the treat, use the treat to guide him where I want him. Sit. Yes, and I mark immediately he sits, and then reward. And then when I'm free and I swing my hand to the side and say free, yes, and I mark immediately he gets up and reward. Now I'm going to guide him to my side. Caesar, come. Stop him here, lift it up, sit. Yes, I mark immediately he sits and I reward. And then I'm going to free him free. So just put it away from him. Yes, mark immediately he gets up and reward. Okay. So as you can see, when it comes to that, he's also quick to respond. Generally, his attention is better now. His confidence is better. There's always still room for improvement, but it's much, much better than before. So as you can see, I have his attention, I have his engagement. He's looking forward to activities. When I do things around him, he's not panicking. At first, when you pass your hand around him, you start to run and put his tail in between his legs as if something is about to happen. But now, you know, he's more confident. He knows, come, yes, very good. He knows this activity is a fun activity, and you know, he's enjoying it a lot better now. So same thing with the down command. Come. Yes. Good. Sit. Yes. So this is a little bit awkward, right? So I'm going to correct. I'm going to free him free. Yes. Good. And then I'm going to bring him back. Yes. Good boy. And then I want him face to face like this. Yes. Sit. Yes. And this is better, right? So now with a down command, I hold the treat in my hand and I point down and say down. Yes. Very good. And now he's very quick to respond. He's very quick to respond. Last week, it was really a struggle with the down thing, but I mean, yeah, he's broken through. So he gets it now. So when I do it face to face, side by side, it works. And when he goes down, yes, he's learned also to stay down until I ask him to do otherwise, right? I think I took a video of when we're working on that. So I'll send it to you so you understand the principle there as well. Yes, very good. And free. Yes, good, very good. So usually with a down, I'll also practice face to face and side by side. So now let's do a side by side. Caesar, yes. Very good, this way. Good. Very good, sit. Yes, good. Down. Yes, very good. Good boy. And he stays down like a good boy. Yes, so when he's down, yes, very good. whilst he's staying down, whilst time is passing, intermittently, I mark and I reward. Yes, good. Very good, boy. Very good. And then when it's time for me to ask him to do otherwise, then I ask him, sit. Yes, very good. And usually when he's in the down, he's very comfortable. So with the sit, the encouragement is to hold the treat above his head. So yes, very good. And free. Yes, good. Good boy. Come this way. Good. Sit. Yes, good boy. Down. Yes, very good. So I want to demonstrate a sit from the down in front of me as well. Sit. So when I hold it and he hesitates, I just wait. And then when he takes too long, I'll reduce it a little bit just to get some more engagement. And then I'll take it away. Good boy. So sometimes I'll move closer to him. Yes, very good. So that's like one of the things that needs a little more work. Down. Yes, good. Very good. Good. Sit. Yes, very good. Oh, leave it. There you go. Yes, very good. And free. Yes, good. Good boy. Very good. So as you can see, he's also quick to pick corrections. So at this stage, what we are working on is him staying not only when I'm beside him, but when I walk away as well. So sit. Yes, good. Down. Yes. Yes, good. Down. Very good. So when he's down, I want him to learn to stay there. Nope. Down. Down. Yes, good. Very good. So when he gets confused like that, I would usually give him a chance. I'll wait first. When he's delaying, I'll help him by going down a little bit. Now, as you can see, he's staying. So now that's where we're at, teaching him to stay even when I walk away from him. So he's doing incredibly well. Me being here talking and everything and him staying, he's doing very well. So I'm going to go back and reward. But before I go back, I'll turn and I'll mark. Yes, very good. And then I'll walk up to him. Yes, reward him. Very good. And then free him. Free. Good. Free. Yes, very good. So do you know this is how I just stayed, right? You know, just trusting the process, okay? Because even when he hesitates, so like he tried to go down at first. Sit. I asked him to go down. He tried to go down. Then he was wondering, was I doing the right thing? Then he tried to get up. Then I said no. Then he tried to correct himself. Then he got stuck for a moment, if you remember how he went down. So it took some waiting and some convincing to get him to go down. So now him being down, he felt like, okay, it's like I'm supposed to be here. So now he stayed. I went, came back, and I'm trying to free him. And he feels like he's not supposed to get up. He's supposed to stay down. So there was that level of hesitation. And what I do is I just wait. I don't repeat myself. I keep quiet. And then as soon as he gets up, I mark. So in that moment that he gets up and I mark, then he understands. So we're going to do it again. So this time I'll start from freeing him. Free. Yes, very good. So you can see his response to the freeze quicker now, right? Because he understands better now. And then we're going to do the whole cycle again. So yes, good. So I'm going to turn him side by side just like before. Good. Sit. Yes, good. All right, down. Yes, good. Very good, down. And I'm going to leave him there just like before. And usually before I walk away from him, I make sure I say good down. After I mark yes for him going down, I make sure I say good down. So when he gets up like that, that's an error. I'll say no the moment he gets up. because I was talking to you. I didn't say it in time, but I would say no the moment he gets up. Then I'll take him back to the same spot. Come back. That's the correction. That's the principle of correction for the stay. Come back. Yes. And this is where he begins to learn no. Sit. Yes. Down. Yes, good. Very good, down. So again, always, I just wait. No. So this is how you actually correct. Say no immediately. Bring him back. Come back. Come. Good. Sit. Yes. Down. Down. Yes, good down. Very good down. So as I was saying, whenever I'm leaving him, I make sure I say good down to acknowledge and affirm the down behavior. Very good. So when I turn and he's still there, then I'll mark yes. Then I'll walk up to him. Yes. And reward him. Then I'll say good down. Again, to affirm the behavior. So if I say good down and I walk away, the message is he should stay down. So when he stays like that, I'll turn yes. Then I'll walk up to him. Yes. And then I'll mark. I'll only give him the reward in the down position. So when he tries to get up, I'll quickly lower him back down like I did and reward. No, down. Yes. Very good. This time the law was a correction, so no reward. Just want him to be in the down. And I'll deliberately do it a third time. Good down. No. So the third time is my opportunity to send a message and let him know you're supposed to stay until I free you. Come. Yes. Down. Yes, very good. Good down. Very good. So usually when you're repeating the thing, when you're correcting him and you have to repeat, no, then he gets uncertain. So when he gets uncertain, then the hesitation becomes more, right? So, I mean, you only just need to understand that so that you don't get frustrated or you don't try to put too much pressure on him. Come. Good. Sit. Yes, down. Yes, good. Yes, good down. Very good. So he's worked for so long and he hasn't had a treat. That's why he's getting frustrated. Yes, very good. Very good. Yes, good. So we'll do one more time. Very good. Good down. Yes, good. Very good. Yes, very good. And this time, because he stayed down, I'm going to now free him. All right, free. Yes, good boy. Very good. Good boy. Very good. So you notice every time he goes through corrections to stay in the down, then when you free him, he's not sure. He's like, dude, I'm supposed to stay down. And then he thinks about it, and all I do is I just keep quiet and I wait. And then he finally says, okay, let me try what I usually do when he says free. And when he does, I mark, I reward him, and he realizes he's gotten it right. So we're going to repeat one last time. All right, come. Yes, good. Very good. Very good. This way. Yes, good. Sit. Yes, down. Good boy. I don't want delays. Yes, good down. Very good. So this time my goal is to practice the free. So when I go back, I'll free him immediately. Yes, good. Yes, good. Very good. All right, free. Yes, good. Very good. So we got a quicker response this time. So that's where we're at. This is the stage where we're at. This is the main thing that we're polishing now. So for the next 2 weeks, you know, I'm going to polish those little things like the sit from the down and then the stay. And then, you know, of course, the more we are practicing our walks and him sitting before I let him out and then sitting to have me put the leash on him and everything, it's only going to get better and better. So we're quickly going to step outside to do the walk right now. And I'm going to demonstrate how we step out of the gate. So turn this to face the gate. So every time we reach the gate, I leave a healthy distance. Stop him. Nope. I want to make sure that I have enough space so that when I open the gate, it doesn't bump into him. Good. So I stop him, let him sit. Use leash pressure. As soon as he sits, yes, very good. Then I can open the gate. And when I'm opening the gate, I make the leash loose and give him the chance to make a mistake. So when I open, it's loose. But when he stays, he doesn't make a mistake. Yes, good boy. Very good. Then now I can free him. Free. And we step out together. And when we step out, I make sure that we turn and face the gate together. Excuse me, together. I let him sit. Again with leash pressure. As soon as he sits, mark yes. Leave it loose and then shut the gate. What is the proper way to walk your dog? Should you always hold a leash short like this? If so, then what was the point of the handle and all that? The truth is, you can hold the handle. So I'm holding the handle now, but he's still exactly where I want him to be. And the only reason he's still here is because he's had practice. So he understands what the right thing is. Now, when we're turning, I'll shorten, I'll yank it. When he gets back where I want him to be, I can go back to the handle. So I'm holding him at the handle and look at him. He's exactly where I want him to be. I don't need to pull or anything. Very casual. I'm very relaxed. Both hands are very relaxed. And he's doing all the walking. So this is the proper way to walk your dog. You don't want to ever pull. If you have to pull, then something is wrong. So abruptly, I'll stop him, and look how I stop him. Quickly adjust to a short leash. And then with the leash language, I yank it up and ask him to sit, and wait on him to sit. And as soon as his bum touches the floor, I will mark, and then I'll release the pressure. So I'm just waiting on him. Yes, very good. And as soon as his bum touches the floor, I mark and I release the pressure. So it's important that he learns this leash pressure as well, because when he gets used to it and he can respond quicker and quicker to it, it means that when he's very distracted, when there's something pulling his attention, maybe he's lounging at some dog that is acting aggressive or whatever, and you need him to sit in that moment, then this will be effective. But if he doesn't get used to it and that becomes the first time you try it, it's not going to work. So it's good to practice it. When you're walking, you randomly make these stops. Free. So when I free him, I just yank it, we walk, and we're free.